Alright, hello everyone. Welcome to yet another Vintage Cube draft here on my YouTube channel. Yeah, I'm happy to see you, and let's take a look at this pack. Huh. Okay, so this pack has individual strong cards like True Name Nemesis, Noble Hierarch Backfaden, and then it has a combo card like Flash. That would be pretty nice to try and build around. Getting it early is awesome. It combos with, let's say, a handful of cards that I would be very excited to flash into play. And yeah, I'm gonna take that card. As I said, I'm passing True Name, Noble, and Dak, and from there's a pretty big jump off. I guess if you only play Vintage Cube to combo, you could have taken Mox Diamond. Okay, next booster. This is pretty cool. Okay, so now we actually have it. It's a great choice to have, but it's kind of tough. So Sheldred, I believe, is slightly better than Hullbreacher, but Hullbreacher's blue. So let's say, what are the advantages of staying blue here? Let's say I get past like a great white card, red card, green card, then all of a sudden I'm not giving up on any picks. Sheldred is pretty insane though. Very close. Very, very close. Okay, I'm gonna take the Hullbreacher here, pass a Sheldred. I don't like that, and then immediately I'm semi-punished with the Demonic Tutor, but that's okay. Demonic Tutor is a good card to splash. I want it with Flash anyway, so that's fine. Let's say I get a Time Twister or something, then maybe it even turns out the Hullbreacher pick was fine. What else are we looking at here? We have Mox Diamond. I'm not the biggest Mox Diamond fan in the world without like initiative creatures and stuff like that, but oh, I missed the Woodfall Primus when I scoured the pack. Okay, Woodfall Primus is one of the good flashers, but Demonic Tutor, too strong to pass up. What do we have here? So basically, this is between Troll and Time Spiral. The reason Time Spiral is good is obviously Hullbreacher. Getting to 6 mana is not nothing, though. The reason Troll is good is not only is it like a fetch land for potential, Underground Sea, Water Grave in the future, it also opens the door for just taking, reanimation stuff. And then all of a sudden I have a big creature to cheat into play. Between those factors, I'm actually leaning Troll. This could be insane. But I'll take the Troll here and be relatively happy. Now it seems like we're back to Earth. Within the blue-black sphere, nothing really jumps out here. I mean, I think it's too early for a Bone Shard, so I guess I just take the cantrip. The Thought Scour, that might have some synergy like Milling myself, but not 100% sure about that. We have some good blue-green lands. Ooh, very late Mind Twist. I'm going to take Mind Twist here. Bitter Triumph is awesome. Mind Twist, yeah, I can win games, especially if I get like Acceleration, like Dark Ritual, Mana Vault, stuff like that. It is close though with Bitter Triumph. It's not like Mind Twist is insane or anything. Okay. So we're doing pretty well in the blue-black department. Wow, nice Sheldar Isle. So, bunch of medium cards and a Sheldar Isle. I'll take that. This Detective is actually decent. Okay, so I mean, I'm happy on blue-black. Did pass a Sheldred, which could hurt my pack too. But that's okay. Let's see if we can make the Flash pair sooner rather than later. I do believe taking Woodfall Primus over Demonic Tutor would have been insanity, but it would be pretty awesome to check that box and focus on the rest of the deck. Also, I really want something to pair with this Troll. Underground Sea, Water Grave. Tri-land is also fine. Then maybe like a Reanimation, like Reanimator, Animate Dead would be pretty awesome. So I have the 1-2 punch available in my deck. The more like 1-2 punches you have, the better, right? Also, I might be looking just at some solid cards like Thoughtseize, Duress, Inquisition, Fatal Push, Dismember, stuff like that. And of course, a draw 7 for the Hullbreacher, even though I already passed one. Okay. This is the... I don't think I can pass this. I think this is, yeah, probably the best, if not, like, second best Flash target, or Flash Amigo. I'm taking it over Voidwalker and Lotus Petal, which would have actually both been just fine. I even wheel True Name Nemesis. That's pretty insane. Yeah, I don't mind taking True Name Nemesis here. Now I passed Doughty Voidwalker, so now, I mean, for sure the Shieldred player is going to be happy. This pack doesn't have anything. I guess I can take the Grixis land and speculate. But I'm pretty firmly into blue-black, Flash with the Demonic Tutor, some solid stuff up the curve archetype. So obviously now, I think it's safe to say that Sheldred would have been a better pick than Hullbreacher. But this is like after the fact that we saw Demonic Tutor Mind Twist Troll, so it's not a lesson that you can just, go and apply next time and you'll do better. I think it was actually a tough pick. I don't mind anybody taking Sheldred in that spot. I think Stain on Color, I would be super sad if I had to abandon either Flash or Hullbreacher, Flash or Sheldred rather. So by doing it this way, I kind of made sure that I was playing my first two picks. So let's see, we're 10. Yeah, we're in a great spot here. We already have the Flash Worm covered. We have a Tutor to tie it up. We have some decent card quality, and now it's just we just need to fill in the gaps. Huh? Guess this is Rona. Pretty good choice to have. Rona is good if we get some kind of reanimation theme. Let's say we get some shallow grave action. We can use that with Worm. So funnily enough, I like Tarmogoyf if the splash is like super free, but I think since I already have a red land, I'm supposed to take Call Against Command. Okay, let's just take that card out of the pack. Unearth? I mean, I don't hate that card. It's pretty sweet. I already have like Rona, Hullbreacher, True Name Nemesis. So let's say either of those cards get like discarded or killed, countered. Then I like that card. Okay, next pack. Okay, this looks like I'm heavily considering this Atraxa. Let's just reserve that for now. What else do we have here? We have Duress, Life Death, Ophiomancer, and Fetchland. So the thing is, I don't have any reanimation yet, but Atraxa is also good with Flash, so I think it's okay to take it. Let's say this was Gristlebrand that is not good with Flash, then I think the pick would have been way closer. But I'm going to take Atraxa here and trust that I can get some reanimation. I know I'm passing Life Death here, and that's sad and all, but I think it's fine. Duress is good. Fetchland is good, but we don't have the Underground Sea or Watergrave yet. Okay, let's take Atraxa here out of a great pack. Ooh, there's Entomb. Yeah, I have to take Entomb here because now setting myself up to, if I just get like one reanimation spell, I'm gonna be so happy. Then I have Entomb plus one reanimation spell with a Demonic Tutor, so I'm adding to the brokenness here. If I can wheel a Brainstorm, I'm happy. Malcolm is actually also very strong in this deck. All right, what do we have here? Not much. So I can either take a Curtains as a, let's say, mediocre play, or I can take Marsh Flats and try and, bank on Underground Sea or Watery Grave showing its ugly face. I'm actually gonna take the Fetch here. I think it's a good pick. Good time to take the Fetch in my opinion. Okay. This is a cool one. So now I have Fatal Push versus Murktide, I guess. I think I'll go Fatal Push. Just having some cheap removal is pretty cool. All right, let's take Fatal Push. But no reanimation yet, which is sad. This deck would be way better with reanimation. Is there any way I'm splashing here? I mean, Fury is never getting played. I can go take a Metamorph, or I can take Faithless Looting. there any way I'm gonna play Faithless Looting? I don't think so. So I might take the land, who knows? This pack is also incredibly bad. Yeah, this sucks. Let's see, what's this? Exile and it gets deactivated abilities, right? I think. Yeah, that doesn't work. Huh. Super terrible. What is this? Exile. Okay, so this is good if I get like the perfect in Jace Doomsday deck. Yeah, that's horrible pick. This is not very good either. I guess I could take the Tropical, and then that would put me at 4 green sources, which is kind of getting ready for whatever. Or, I just remembered. Okay, maybe I'm supposed to take that and go... I play Black Cleave Clips. I'm trying to get my Grixis stuff together and Hull Breacher people. Okay, I should definitely do that. But this is okay. This gives me one more thing to do, which is work on my Grixis mana. Here I'll take a Daze. I like Daze. Electro Brutality is decent, but I'll take a Daze. And we even wield the Life Death. That's awesome. We cannot let that go. Let's take the Life Death. Now we have Entomb for Attracts a Life Death. It's pretty cool how Demonic Tutor really ties this deck together. Okay. Grave Titan is... okay. I like Grave Titan. Now I don't need any more fatties, which is kind of cool. Now I'm good in the fatties department. Let's see if we can get this Wheel of Fortune to work. I had so many combos to think about that I forgot about the Hull Breacher in the middle of all of that. But let's see if we can get the red mana to work. Then we have a bunch of 1-2 punches in the deck. It would be pretty awesome if I could get like Badlands, Blood Crypt, Watergrave, Underground Sea, stuff like that to make the Troll and Marsh Flash even better. The black duels are in very high demand here. Yeah. These cards don't do anything. Let's take the Gix. I've won some grinding matchups with the Gix before, and not much else, to be honest. The interesting thing about this draft, I don't think blue was open. So I early picked Hull Breacher in Flash, and from there, the best card I got... Okay, I did wheel a True Name Nemesis. That is peculiar. The second pack, I got a Daze, and that's it. That's okay. I think we'll get a very good pack 3 with how we've been drafting. That's oftentimes the difference between a good and a bad draft, whether you were getting a good pack 1+3 or you were getting a good pack 2. Okay, what's on the top of the list? Reanimate, Black Duels, Thoughtseize, Mana Leak, stuff like that. There's Archon. Holy crap. I mean, Archon is better than Grave Titan. But let's see what else we have here. Yeah, the problem is the pack is not very strong. So I guess we take the Archon. The thing is, taking an upgrade here is not very exciting, but I don't think I can do anything else. I have Ledger Shredder as a somewhat playable dump your fatty from hand card, but it's not even that reliable. There's a Vampiric Tutor that I suspect I'll have to take. Vampiric Tutor is just like Demonic Tutor, insane in a deck that's trying to put together A+B combos. If that wasn't here, Bat or Kaito wouldn't be bad at all. No Black Duels. No Reanimation. I did wield this Reanimation, so this puts confidence in me. Okay, so here's Exhume that I think I'll have to take. And once again, it's like some not very good lands. I mean, Zagoth Triumph would theoretically improve my mana base, but I think Exhume is just Just the early entomb into reanimation is just too strong. Huh. So I'm very happy with my spells. I'm not very happy with my mana base. And then I got a Prismatic Vista. Okay, Prismatic Vista is awesome. Prismatic Vista will fix a lot of my problems, so let's definitely take that card. I wouldn't mind playing Pack Rat either, but Prismatic Vista, very, very strong. Okay, this is shaping up. I'm not going to be picky, but I think it's reasonable for us to see a black duel to improve our mana before it's all said and done. And there's a black duel that will not help me. I don't mind taking Snuff Out. Snuff Out is just strong. I think it's better than Top. It's too late for Tinker. Somebody's going to get a late Tinker and love it. So it looks like I will be playing one mountain, so that I have 1, 2, 3 red sources for the wheel. I think that's acceptable. There's a Grief. I like that card. I also like Preacher. Preacher. No, Grief has to be better in this kind of deck, but I really like the Preacher. I think it's a great card. Okay. Time is running out on the black duels. Time is running out on the black duels. How many creatures do I have to crew the copter? 1, 2, 3, not many. Yeah, copter's not reliable. How many cards do I have to dump Echo of Eons? I can entomb for it, that's cool. Rona. Yeah, I guess I'll take it, might not play it though. There's a Dismember. There's a Dismember and a bunch of nonsense for me. Sad that I've seen all the other color combos when it comes to duels. I guess we can take a Woe Strider here. Okay, I'm not unhappy. Like, this has extremely powerful pieces. I mean, I was way more likely to get, a good mana base over getting all these combos with 2 tutors. But I guess in the end, I would rather have the combos, so... Let's see. Ideally, I get one more playable for my deck. Yeah, Kaito's fine. I like that card. It even gets rid of creatures in the hand. So now I have Rona and Kaito as, ooh, I drew my discard spells. I drew my fatties, rather. I might play the Echo. What would I cut for the Echo? Yeah, these are great cards, but I guess Red and White Acro just wasn't drafted this one. Very late dig through time. Dig through time actually looks good in this deck. Because I'm 1-for-1ing a lot. I have some fetches. And then I can hopefully put together like late game stuff. Okay. So now if can I play this? No, it doesn't do anything. Let's see. So, are there any cards here I don't want to play? You can argue the Mind Twist isn't very strong, because I don't have any acceleration, so it's going to be somewhat of a bad rate. Need to cut one card. Right now I have how much spot removal? 1, 2, I think that's 3, okay. Yeah, maybe I leave the Mind Twist in the sideboard. and I play 16 lands with a troll. My curve is going to be pretty low, though. Oh, maybe that's fine. Kind of need some colored mana sources. So let's see. How many red are we going to run? We're going to run the one mountain. I don't love it, but we're going to do it. Yeah, and how many black do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4. Get up to 10. I mean, that would be nice if I could fit 10. Let's check blue. 1, 2, 7. That's not a lot. Let's go like this, I think. 8, 9, 3. Yeah, I'm sure this is playable. Okay. So we get a pretty good Reanimator deck with Flash, with Hull Breacher draw 7. Like, let's not complain, and let's see if we can actually make magic happen in the games. All right, that'll do it for the draft portion. Let's get to some games. All right, we're back, and this time it's round 1. I won the die roll, and it looks like we have turn 3 big boy in the yard. I like that. So the only question is, do we want to keep it as a surprise for the opponent, or do we want to entomb early? So if I entomb turn 1, the opponent kind of knows what's coming. Maybe they can play a little bit around it. I'll try and play it little bit sneaky here. So first of all, the opponent will not see it coming and maybe plan their, the difference between playing random 3-drop over keeping up a counter could work in our favor. And then the other side of the coin is I also get more flexibility on, like, what does the board look like? So who knows which one is better, right? So yeah, I'm definitely going to take Exhume since it doesn't cost me life. And then let's see if it's Archon or Atraxa. Maybe Atraxa is just a lot better. Let's say I get Pathed or Plowed or whatever. Draw. Flash. Let's see if we can avoid getting Containment Priested. Very nice Mana Tithe there. So, yeah, that's a big punishment. That is a big, big punishment, because if I just played this standardly and I go turn 1 Entomb before the opponent gets a land drop, turn 2 Demonic Tutor when they're tapped out, then all of a sudden I look like a genius. But that was not the case. The opponent, funnily enough, gets GT online here. And my Dismember... Oh, okay, I draw a Fatal Push. Fair enough. I guess let's cycle. I could hit Worm. I don't hit Worm. I do hit that, though. So now I'm basically passing the turn. And I guess I am risking the opponent having, what do I know, Reprieve for the Fatal Push. But right now I'm hoping my opponent's gonna pump. Opponent finds their next land drop, which means they have 4 spells in hand. Not ideal. Not ideal. Did pump once, which is decent. Fatal Push kills the 1/1. Let's see what we can draw. Kind of need some help here after getting brutalized by the Mana Tithe. I love that card. Okay, so Thought Scour is a good one here because it kind of speeds up the shell dock process. Let's see if we can hit anything like really strong. Okay, we take that. Have a worm now, down to 22 cards. The thing about the worm is, I guess with Mana Bolt, it's pretty decent. I was about to say that could look like a card that gets one hit in against a white deck, and then gets killed, and then what with the rest of the life total? But I guess okay, the opponent with no plays here. I like that, but it also must mean they have like a bunch of interaction in hand. So, this is a strange game because it kind of came to a halt after I killed the Novice Inspector. The Thar Commando, that's a good one. I'll most likely end up killing that card. I guess now I don't, because now the opponent's... Oh, Elspeth. That's another good one. Yeah, I'm gonna save a little bit on life total here. There's a fetch. One turn too late, I guess. If I drew it last turn, I would have sped up my my shell dock. Let's see. The opponent goes to 16 here. Mox Diamond. The opponent just drew Library, I guess. Now what? Dragon from the yard or anything better? No, better. No, not better. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna... The opponent has 2 cards. The sad thing is they played out Diamond, so it could easily be like Plow or Path. Let's play Worldspine Worm. I'm ready to get Plowed or Path here. I did not get Plowed or Path. That's good. Okay. Yeah, I'm not gonna attack my opponent here. I think it's crazy not to. Okay. Opponent goes to 2. Let's go Kaito, draw, land. Not a good draw. Okay, so that faces out. The opponent goes to 1. Now the opponent needs to kill this worm. They can't. Wow, okay. I didn't expect to pull out of this one, to be honest, after the horrible start. But the opponent stumbled on mana, and yeah, we capitalized this time around. Okay, so Culligan's Command looks awesome against the deck, but I think with only 3 red sources, it's a bit iffy. Maybe I can play it instead of the wheel. Okay, I can make that swap. I think that's a reasonable swap against an aggressive deck. Or at least a deck that's capable of putting a lot of creatures into play. That makes the natural wheel quite bad, and putting together the Hull Breacher plus wheel can be a bit clunky against that deck, especially when just one random creature removal will break it up. Yeah, I was pretty happy we had 2 shots in the chamber that game. Also, chances are the opponent will have some kind of yard hate. Whether it's Relic, Soul Guide, Containment Priest, Lion Sash. Maybe that even got removed. I can't remember. Stuff like that. I don't think white is necessarily a good matchup. Like, I need to do something broken against that deck. Mana Tithe. Yeah. I love that card. Too bad the opponent couldn't finish the job. Huh. So, yeah, we definitely keep this hand. We can even clear the way with Grief. Oh, let's see how broken the opponent gets turn 1. Okay, Musau's G8, very beatable. So, I need to... The problem with this hand is, I need to Vampiric Tutor for Island. So, I most likely need to pitch Demonic Tutor to Grief. So, let's see, I clear my opponent's hand now. Then I go Vampiric Tutor, Flash, draw a bunch. Then I can exhume back the Atraxa. Yeah, this is definitely how I'm supposed to play. Okay. So... Okay, now we now know our opponent's draw. Basic Island or Prismatic Vista? That's the only question here. It's so narrow. I'm gonna go for Basic Island. Basic Island. Flash, Atraxa. So now, funnily enough, when I exhume on the following turn, the opponent will get back... Oh, they don't want to see it. On the following turn, if I exhume, the opponent will get back a Blade Splicer, but that's okay, because that would be my second Atraxa trigger. I would already have, like, a full grip. Like, yeah. Okay, I guess the opponent saw the worm last game and just figured it was the worm this time around. But, yeah. Pretty smooth sailing game 2 after a nail-biter game 1. We take those. That'll do it for round 1. Let's see if we can continue. Okay, here we have for round 2. I'm on the play here, and this hand has a lot of potential. I have 2 tutors, 2 reanimation spells that'll make this Entomb awesome. And then in the meantime, hopefully Daze and Dismember can kind of fill in the gaps. Yeah, that was another situation where you might want to be able to Daze turn 1 in case of disaster. But that also makes it so that if I draw one of my 2 2-mana reanimation spells, I can't turn 2 my fatty. Interesting. I think I'm just gonna take the turn here. Let's play that. I can see killing that card right away. I don't want my opponent to get any awesome selection. If they play a good 2-drop, I can Daze it, no problem. I'm okay with Rootwaller. Very bad draw. I think I entomb before my turn now. I think my target's gonna be tough call. Probably Raxa? Fatal Push. It's not a bad draw. It's not a bad draw. But it's not a reanimation spell either. Also, the thing about half of my reanimation spells are life death, and that costs a shoot ton of life. So the opponent hasn't had a play for a few turns, so I just assume this Daze is going to be good now. No, it's not. That's, interesting. Ah, so the opponent kept up the pump. It makes sense. So now the opponent has a 2-1 double strike, or it gets returned to hand. Okay, I guess. No, it doesn't. Right. Unearth. Okay, easy cycle. Yeah, time is... Whew, okay. I was about to say time is ticking here. Demonic Tutor. Exhume. I think so. Pass. Hope to not get completely murdered. And then reanimate the Atraxa, draw into more stuff. That's the good thing about Atraxa, that not only does it put a big Lifelinger on the table, it also refills my hand, hopefully. The dream is now to get today's, like, my opponent's best play. Like a dragon or something. The fear is the opponent has, like, multiple small stuff. The opponent gets in for 4. I think the opponent has a lot. Yeah, I was about to say, I think my opponent has a lot of direct burn in the hand. Wheel of Fortune. That's so nasty. Yeah, probably lose now. Ah, that's so good. Because the opponent knew. Yeah, great play, great play. The opponent pays for days. I get 7 new cards. Ah, tough times, tough times. But great play from the opponent. So what I can do is I can upkeep. No, I can't. I'm dreaming here because my only blue source just got wheeled away because I chose to daze. I mean, I like dazing, but oof, the opponent's a bad boy. Ah, that's so strong. So now I can play Woe Strider in nothing. So let's see. What if I go upkeep Vampiric Tutor down to 5? Go for Island. Play Woe Strider. Hope to buy time. That Island will make Flash a good draw later. That Island will also make it so that I can Hull Breacher, Wheel of Fortune. What? I mean, I think it's the Pipe Dream. The other line is try and draw Island naturally. And then do, like, similar stuff. So tough. So tough. Okay, I will try and draw the island naturally. Island! That's not an island. It is a grief, though. I have no idea if that helps me. And funnily enough, my black count in this hand is terrible, so... This is super rough. I don't think I can do anything smart. Let's pull up the deck list here. Yeah, I can't do anything smart here. It's truly just a bad situation. Woe Striders, that's 2 blockers. Just feel like I have to grief here. Okay. Oh, I made a mistake. No, I could have made a good play here. And I noticed 1 second too late. So if I go play Woe Strider first, I can play this grief, respond to the evoke, sack it to get the scry in. Ah, that's bad. That's very bad. Gut and Lelia. Can't beat either. Have to take the gut. I could have scryed there. So bad. Okay. Yeah, I'm not making things easy on myself here. Sneak attack in that deck. Okay, so I saw the mountain. Lelia, sure. Opponent hits a new mountain, but they already played a land. Guess that works. Hmm. Let's try this. That sucks. Trading off the Lelia, taking no damage. The opponent can develop the Skull Clamp. Yeah, that was my chance. Like my only chance there was to draw Island, take 4, go end step Hull Breacher, and then wheel into like Fresh Grip, etc. Okay. Tough game, but also pretty awesome. Like the opponent did some very good things there. Okay, let's make this swap again. Yeah, the opponent did some awesome things there. Like it's really just the sense of urgency of going. I'll guess I'll Wheel of Fortune against the combo deck with only 3 cards in hand because they knew I just tutored my like way to get back into the game and they couldn't beat the Atraxa. That's great Magic. Sometimes Magic is a lot about, you know, doing what you have to do to not die with certainty. You wanna give yourself a chance to win. So I saw a Wasteland out of the opponent last game. Yeah, this is a tough matchup, I believe. Faithless Looting. So maybe the opponent's deck isn't that focused, but it's still like they have the ability to go creature, attack, and it's over, right? Vampiric Tutor is incredibly awesome. I believe my line now is, so funnily enough, that card is pretty awesome when it comes back. I believe my line here is something along the lines of Vampiric Tutor for Reanimation, play Kaito to loot. Woohoo! I look like a genius now. Sick. So let's fetch Island. Let's Vamp Tutor. Have to read this again. So I go to 17 here, then I play Kaito. Maybe, just maybe taking Life Death is okay. I could see playing Blackcleave Cliffs here and kind of teasing my opponent to Wasteland me. Also, they might have Graveyard Hate. I just realized that there's a bit more Graveyard Hate in this cube than normal. So now I'm gonna draw and dump Archon. And now it's kind of up to the opponent to make a good play. They could make the same play as last time, like Wheel of Fortune. Which is what they're gonna do. Okay, I mean, fair enough. And they kind of hit the jackpot. Because, ooh, double Mox. So, question is, should I daze that Mox? That is the question. What happens if I daze that Mox? I don't think that's the way to go. I think Hardcast Grief is going to be better. No Reanimation. You should probably check for that first. If we assume the opponent gets something back that dies right away, so that would be pretty nice. Let's draw. There's a Demonic Tutor. All right. So we don't need the Entomb anymore, I believe. I can Grief Pitch Snuff Out, probably. Or Grief Pitch Atraxa. Maybe I Grief Pitch Atraxa, take a look at my opponent's hand, then I Demonic Tutor Exhume, get Archon. And they need a great hand now. They need a very good hand now to compete. They do have some cool ones. There's that one, Inti Carnosaur. But we don't want that. We don't want to take the Carnosaur because then they can actually get some stuff going. I guess Inti I'll just kill. Okay, let's take that. Madness, sure. Demonic Tutor. Exhume, bring back Archon. The opponent will bring back something that's going to die right away. Oh, wait a minute. Return it to the battlefield, or what does it say? Transformed. Okay, so now the opponent has a land. And okay, so they can theoretically flip it back to the creature. That's fine. Yeah, I really like we're playing against Mr. Wheel of Fortune here. That's cool. That's line number 6. Now I'm gonna daze the Carnosaur, and that's all she wrote. The Trumpeting Carnosaur with Discover 5. Okay, so we need to do something similar, or we're just gonna get run over, I'm afraid. What else do we have in this sideboard? I'm scared about the double Mox part of the opponent's deck, to be honest. I'm also scared about the life loss attached to some of my cards. What can this hand even do? It looks like this hand can't do much. Flash isn't even that good of a draw. This might be a mulligan, even though it's super sad. So the opponent goes land pass, I draw. I mean, theoretically, I could dump one of my creatures into the art there. But I then only have 2 good draws. I guess Vampiric Tutor and Demonic Tutor are also good draws. Yeah, I'm going to mulligan this hand, but it doesn't feel good. I'm going to tell you that much. Okay, this hand is better. Maybe the Hull Breacher will go here. These other cards actually have, good applications. Ideally, I wait with the Demonic Tutor as long as possible to kind of see, am I getting a flash? Am I getting a creature? Am I getting a reanimation? I guess that's the answer. So now I have turn 3 Flash Worm. Unless I get wheeled, I guess. That's amazing. Inti? Sure. Great card. Oh, I forgot about that. Maybe the opponent doesn't want to do it now. Ah, that was bad. I needed to snuff out the Inti now. I forgot it also triggered other cards. Okay, so that lost me a few life points. That's not good. Avacyn's Judgment doesn't punish me, but the opponent did get to choose to get in for more damage. And that's not ideal. let's go Demonic Tutor, Flash, pass turn. Definitely kill that Inti before things get out of line. I'm at 14. The opponent plays a deck with Pyroblast. Also, by the looks of things, I'm not, able to do broken things right now. But I definitely am. But I'm just talking about from my opponent's POV. So now, hopefully, my opponent can burn me out. They need to deal me 10 damage. Let's cast this Flash. World Spineworm, not going to pay the 9, but thanks for asking. Maybe a triple block. There's so many pump spells getting added that I'm just going to triple block. Tough to say how the opponent gets out of this. Rabblemaster's second main phase. Huh. So the opponent kind of changed plan? Yes. Let's play Woe Strider, 2 blockers. Get in for 15. There is a chance I should have only attacked with 2, but I'm not sure. Let's see what the Rabblemaster 3 cards in hand can do. It's kind of cool, like the small. So first of all, Blazing Rootwalla, in my opinion, is just like a serviceable 1-drop for mono red to begin with. But with cards like Inti and maybe a little bit of Blood Token here or there, like I really like that. Just a small sub theme of madness, a little bit of value. All right, we managed to take down the mono red deck with turn 3 Flash Worm with even a snuff out to buy some time. I didn't play perfectly with the Inti. I'm so bad with like newer cards. Like I've played with and against this card like I don't know 25 times. Like it's a lot, but for me, I needed to be closer to 100. I think. So the correct play is obviously before the opponent goes to combat, snuff out the Inti so that my opponent doesn't have the option to grow the Rootwalla. That would have saved me 2 life points in this game. And let's just say my opponent has Bolt, Chain Lightning, Pyroblast. That's the difference between life and death. So taking note of those kind of stuff, even when you win, I think that's extremely important. So let's see if we can minimize that and take home the trophy. Don't go anywhere. And welcome back. This is round 3. We're playing for the 3-0 sweep. We're on the draw, and this hand is really not impressive. Let's see. I have all my colors. That's cool. The Troll and the Grief makes it so that Reanimation are good draws. Dismember can buy some time. Yeah, I reluctantly keep this hand. It's right on the edge, in my opinion. Like, it's basically two lands too many, even. But let's see if we can draw some spells. Then I'm sure I'll be fine. Unearth. That's a Cycler, if I ever saw one. It's a Cycler or something I pitched to Grief, but that doesn't make sense. Question is, am I supposed to go Grief, pitch Troll? That's probably not a bad call. Grief, pitch Troll. Let's do that. Okay. So let's take the carry at it. Now the opponent has forests and blue cards. And if they draw the first island, I even have a removal for the Hull Breacher. Okay, maybe I just kill the Rofellos. I think the opponent has too much potential. And if I draw something that costs 2 mana, I kind of save my mana here. Okay, so I guess let's start filling the yard. Ooh. No, I made a mistake. Ah, bad place. Bad place. Should have cycled this. Now we delay ourselves a little bit. So now the opponent plays out of the Hull Breacher. And I'll cycle in response and be kind of ashamed. Maybe that's okay. Whoa, the opponent's playing the... Yeah, the opponent's kind of overthinking the Hull Breacher, the gotcha effect, because I already saw the card. And now they don't have the Hull Breacher in play. Of course, playing Jace the Mind Sculptor onto an empty board is pretty darn decent. Yeah, I should have been 1 card deeper in my deck. Yeah, this game is kind of a mess. Both me and my opponent sleeping at the wheel. I'm afraid the opponent has more, room to sleep at the wheel with Jace the Mind Sculptor hitting the battlefield. Let's see if we can spike some good things. Opponent has Hull Breacher and 2 unknowns. I will cycle Unearth, keep up black because I have Entomb and Vamp Tutor. And Swamp. Okay. I think I just dig through time right away. I'm not supposed to play into more stuff here. If I get dazed, it is what it is. But I think this is a good time to cast Dig Through Time. Snuff could come in handy, who knows? Flash Worm. I mean, Flash Worm is definitely a combo. So worth noting is Jace is reasonable against Flash Worm, so I kind of have to do it on my opponent's turn, post Jace activation, and I will have to attack it as well. It's pretty annoying getting the worms bounced. Okay, now the opponent's looking at the top of my deck. I don't like that. So let's see what they do with that card. Guess we don't know. No, we don't know. Huh, that's pretty strange. Sharp-eyed rookie. Sure. So the good thing about that play is... Okay, and then the opponent goes Hull Breacher. So the thing is, I care a lot about Hull Breacher if my opponent has a draw 7. I'm not going to get Wise Guy here and do anything with the Snuff out. So I guess my opponent knew about that card. So I think I'm gonna attack step this Flash. I think that's worth it. Getting 1 bounced but killing 2 creatures. The opponent, the way they tapped last turn, didn't look like they had a hard counter. Like yeah. So Worm gets shuffled. I will, let's see. Which one will I double block? Probably the Hull Breacher. Let's see what the opponent can follow up with here. So we know they can bounce 1 with Jace, but that's okay. Then I have 2 worms against my opponent's last remaining 2 cards. So strong. Okay. It didn't get better. Now the opponent can bounce one more worm, and I can kill the Jace, then I have a 5/5. That's a bit more iffy, I would say. Now the opponent doesn't need much to just be straight back into the game. Fort. Okay. Actually, I don't mind that play. I actually think it's kind of heads up. I guess it's also because they're super desperate. But they kind of know I have to attack that Jace unless I draw something truly awesome. Let's draw something truly awesome. We didn't. But drawing a creature wasn't bad. I'm not gonna complain about that. I even have a snuff out at the ready, so I can kind of, let's say the opponent can deploy whatever, 2 creatures, I can kill one, get in for the Monarch. But still, I think I'm slightly ahead in this game. Hexdrinker is probably not a problem. Let's see what the opponent's last card is. Okay. So I get to kill the Hexdrinker. Let's get rid of that card. And then the opponent's out of cards, but they draw one in the turn and can activate Sheldog Isle. Not bad, not bad. Okay. Let's see what we have on the Sheldog. Demonic Tutor. For something like Archon looks pretty strong. Okay, I can see taking Demonic Tutor. Attack for 5, get the Monarch. And I'm actually gonna do like this. I think it's only sorcery speed, right? Yeah, sorcery speed. Okay, we draw a bad land. Good thing is we have Sheldog online next turn. What's gone? Those cards are gone. So I could even go for something like, I don't know, Fatal Push or something. That wouldn't be bad. So now the opponent has to deal with Rona or they can't attack. They can't activate Kinnan. This could be a slugfest. This is not over yet. I think if my opponent gets a good Kinnan activation, I'm behind. Because, okay. So now the opponent can suicide a creature. No, that's not going to work. That is not going to work. So let me think here. I can Demonic Tutor, which is awesome. But if I want to impact the board this turn, I don't have much. I don't have much to find. Fatal Push is right now terminated against those 2 guys because of Fetchland, which is awesome. So maybe what happens if I go? Let's see what this does. Whenever a source deals damage to Rona, that source exile card. It's a land card. Otherwise, okay. That's not like insane or anything. Let's see. Pay. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mana to work with. But I think Fatal Push is just the answer to that question. Okay, let's cast Demonic Tutor. Fatal Push. Kill. Attack with that one. I think that's a good play. No, my opponent's gonna grow the oddity. So maybe I just attack with both. I think I like attacking with both. Not 100% sure though. Draw. That's not a good card. I try and put as much pressure on my opponent as possible to lose to the board, because now any one of these connecting means game over. Okay. I'm either extremely happy or extremely sad with that attack. I have an idea what this is, and it has to do with the time warp in the yard. Okay. Okay. So the opponent, but these have trample. Yeah, I mean, I'll definitely attack with both here. I don't think I have any more options. Woe Strider is a good one, but I think I lose if this doesn't work. Let's see if it works. I have 10 trampling power. The opponent has 4 toughness and 5 life. It is very close. Come on. Okay. The opponent goes to blocks. Sure. Wonder what this is. But a war on that one. Okay. So that gets returned to hand. My opponent takes 2 damage. I become the monarch, and I get to do something with the opponent's hand. I guess let's play Mox. Ugh. Did I just lose? This is... Yeah, I think that's getting too big. So let's see. Flipping that makes Noble into a Trampler. Oh yeah, this is bad. Woe Strider. Don't know what I can draw here. I'm super ready to get positively surprised. What can I draw? I guess Dismember? Is Dismember the only card? Potentially. Wheel of Fortune, not a good one. Okay, let's draw. Oh, this game was so close. Pretty awesome game, though. Back and forth with the Monarch, the Desperation Court. Now the opponent can put 2 counters on something. The opponent used Time Warp, Jace the Mind Sculptor, and Otawara to deal with Flash Worm after I killed Hull Breacher and Sharp-Eyed Rookie on combat. Like, that's beautiful. That is 8. So if the opponent knows how to activate, I'm dead, I think. 9. Did the opponent just mess up? What? If the opponent transforms, the game's over. Okay, so we still have a game here. I was supposed to be down a game now. If the opponent pays 7 mana to flip the Oddity, that's like a 12-12 or something. You can even send the Noble for good measure in that spot, but I guess the Exalted is the same. This doesn't look good. Primeval Titan. Okay. So I think I need to draw the Dismember or I'm dead. The Dismember alongside Trample on my Rona will make it so that I get in for lethal. I'm not going to fetch because I know my bottom card is bad. Vampiric Tutor, and I'm at 2 life. Okay. That will do it. Okay, fair enough. I guess if my opponent's last card in hand is absurd, I get to play it for free with Rona. Like, just imagine that card is, I don't know, Time Walk. That card is a random creature, okay. But I think that's game over, because now the opponent just has too much trample. Okay, fair enough. What a game. That was awesome. It's a bit sad the opponent didn't just slam the door in the end. I always enjoy playing against, you know, playing on hard mode. Let's call it that. Okay, so Hullbreacher Wheel is once more not like looking insane, but maybe it's fine. I think my opponent, look, they have Hullbreacher on their own, but I don't think they have an easy time removing my Hullbreacher, if that makes sense. Maybe a card like Mind Twist is good against that deck. I'm actually fine swapping Wheel for Mind Twist. Okay, let's run it. That game was awesome. Like, with the Monarch back and forth and life total actually being incredibly relevant. That was awesome. Ooh, speaking of awesome, so is this hand. I have turn 2 Atraxa. Not much the green-blue deck can do about that. Guess something like Spell Pierce, Daze, Force of Will. The list is kind of short. Entomb, Atraxa, Reanimated, draw a bunch of cards. Okay, so Daze is insane here. So let's take Daze as our instant. Swamp. Then what? Probably like, what's best? Woe Strider or Rona? Maybe it's Rona. So I guess we only draw 3 cards. That's how it is sometimes. I have a turn 2 Atraxa with Daze backup. Birth of Paradise, sure. I don't mind that card. Let's see what we can slam the door with here. I'm thinking about going him to Torak mode with Mind Twist, but I think Hull Breacher is going to be better. Then I can Mind Twist next turn. Also, the opponent showed Otawara last game, so I mean they're not dead here. I did refill my hand and got in for some pretty nice lifelink damage, but this game is not over. I didn't find what I needed to, slam the door. Raffello's is a good one here. So now I can end step the Hull Breacher, attack first, then twist my opponent so they don't know what they have to work with next turn. I think that's the way to play. And if they trade off for the Raffellos, I'm sure that's going to be fine as well. Okay, the opponent plays out. Is this Otawara? Huh, need to read that card. Okay, so I think how to play against that card is Hardcast Daze, untap, and Mind Twist the rest of the hand. Then my opponent is playing from the top versus Atraxa. Okay, my opponent's hand wasn't of any use there, to be honest. So now they have to draw a great card. They have the birds to chump for one turn. I have to remember that one. Okay. So it's going to be a game 3 for the marbles. This is exciting. Scrappy game that ended up a loss, and brutal 1-2 punch, which is kind of, the power of the deck evening up the series. And now it's all down to game 3. I'm just going to take a last quick look at my sideboard here. Grave Titan. The only thing about Grave Titan is it's a bit more, hard castable, but getting to 6 mana even is a lot. Grave Titan is not good with flash. Kind of like Archon level with flash. So let's play the best fatties to actually reanimate. All right. Here we go. My opponent keeps 7. I don't think this hand does anything, to be honest. I need to draw flash fast, or I need to draw like swamp plus tutor. I think it's too much to ask. Let's throw that back. Yeah, this is a lot better. So now I have just turn 2 big creature. Let's see. Do we want... So, I mean, I can't touch 2 lands and 2 McShoom. I can't touch those. The True Name could be good. Probably better than the cantrip. The thing is, this land doesn't do anything either. I mean, it's still a land, but it's not something that helps me cast True Name Nemesis to, like, follow up with. Turn 1 elves, that's fine. Draw the island, so now I feel very good about bottoming the land. But I think it's reasonable. When our plan is this and that land doesn't help us, I think it's a good play. Okay. So now the question is, which card am I reanimating? Archon or Atraxa? Both pretty insane options to have. I feel like if my opponent does not answer Archon on the spot, it wins the game. But if my opponent just, sacrifices this, discards a random card, goes land Jace the Mind Sculptor. Yeah, I feel like it attracts us better because it kind of keeps the engine running. Nice Demonic Tutor. So let's see if we get Endurance, Dazed. We didn't get either. Ooh, I love the Grief here. Now I can go Grief. Maybe pitching the Vamp Tutor. Which lane am I getting here? I'm getting Swamp. So now I can go Grief, pitch Vampiric Tutor. take my opponent's best card. Portal. Portal to Phyrexia. My opponent must be playing Tinker or Channel. let me put it that way. Tinker or Channel. What if my opponent draws Channel? Then they go Channel Primetime, but I think that's okay. Okay. Take the Portal. So Primeval Titan coming in a few turns, but that's totally fine. My follow-up is either True Name or Kaito. Maybe I should have pitched the Kaito, because Demonic Tutor plus Vampiric Tutor could go for, like, Flash Fatty. Okay, let's see if my opponent drew Otawara by attacking first, and then let's kind of assess our options. Huh, okay. I like the Fatal Push. It's like a Stone Rain right now. The opponent did show Time Warp as a 5-drop. Maybe they showed more, I don't remember. I feel like that Demonic Tutor is not super great right now. Let's see. Demonic Tutor. What am I even going to do with that card? Could be Demonic Tutor Daze. Demonic Tutor. I think I'm fine taking a Daze there. Then I go land, push the Elf. Try and attack my opponent's mana a little bit. I think that's okay. Then next turn, unless my opponent forces me to Daze, I can go True Name next turn. Yeah, okay, that's gonna do it. Yeah, that was super nasty. That's like the dream when you play this deck. You go turn 1 Entomb, turn 2 Reanimate Atraxa, even disrupt my opponent further with Grief. Yeah, we managed to get the job done. That was pretty awesome. I think this deck was very, very good in the spells department. The mana a bit more shaky. Like at least one duel would have done so much for the Marsh Flatch, for the Troll. So we had a little bit of fail right there. The Hullbreacher Wheel didn't really get to do anything, but I think it's just fine to, like, Flash Fatty, Entomb, Reanimation, Hullbreacher Wheel. It's a lot of, like, 1-2 punches in the deck, so yeah, great deck, and we managed to get the job done. Good old Reanimator with the worst kind of reanimation, though. I guess I only needed a Recurring Nightmare to have all the sketchy ones. Okay, that was cool. Little trophy on camera. I'm never going to complain about that. I hope you guys had a lot of fun. I sure did. And I'll be back tomorrow with more sweet magic. Thanks for watching. Bye, guys.